Chapter 18 Sin. Verse 235. Thou art withered as a sere leaf, death's messengers await thee. Thou standest at the gate of death, and hast made no provision for the journey. Verse 236. Make to thyself a refuge. Come, strive and be prudent. When thy impurities are purged, thou shalt come into the heavenly abode of the noble. Verse 237. Thou art come into the presence of death. There is no resting place by the way, and thou hast no provision for the journey. Verse 238. Make for thyself a refuge. Come, strive and play the sage. Burn off thy taints, and thou shalt know birth and old age no more. Verse 239. As the smith purifies silver in the fire, so bit by bit continually the sage burns away his impurities. Verse 240. It is the iron's own rust that destroys it. It is the sinner's own acts that bring him to hell. Verse 241. Disuse is the rust of mantras. Laziness is the rust of households. Sloth is the rust of beauty. Neglect is the washer's ruin. Verse 242. Impurity is the ruin of woman, and avarice the ruin of the giver. Ill deeds are the rust of this world and the next. Verse 243. More corrosive than those is the rust of ignorance, the greatest of taints. Put off this rust and be clean, O bhikkhus. Verse 244. Life is easy for the crafty and shameless, for the wanton, shrewd, and impure. Verse 245. Hard it is for the modest, the lover of purity, the disinterested and simple and clean, the man of insight. Verse 246-247. The murderer, the liar, the thief, the adulterer, and the drunkard. These even in this world uproot themselves. Verse 248. Know this, O man, evil is the undisciplined mind. See to it that greed and lawlessness bring not upon thee long suffering. Verse 249. Men give according to faith or caprice. If a man fret because food and drink are given to another, he comes not day or night to serene meditation. Verse 250. He in whom this envious spirit is destroyed and wholly uprooted, he truly day and night attains serene meditation. Verse 251. There is no fire like lust, no ravenous beast like hatred, no snare like folly, no flood like desire. Verse 252. To see another's fault is easy, to see one's own is hard. Men winnow the faults of others like chaff. Their own they hide as a crafty gambler hides a losing throw. Verse 253. The taints of this man are ever growing. He is far from the purification of taints, the censorious one who is ever blaming others. Verse 254. There is no path through the sky, there is no religious apart from us. The world without delights and dalliance. The blessed ones are freed from this thrall. Verse 255. There is no path through the sky, there is no religious apart from us. Nothing in this phenomenal world is lasting, but Buddhas endure immovable. These are the words of the Buddha.